I want the paintings that I actually put there to be there. Oh.
Well,
Uh,
so long as Desmond's there, it's okay, Joe.
He has them all.
Maybe you can just create an entire new map that, like, Manikai can add to the campaign file. It's just an entire art gallery.
That is
Horrible
most-
things you don't want to see.
That is the most ashen child I've seen in my life.
no, I searched for hours to get a proper.
He has seen
print.
things, man.
Yeah, he is just. There's no color
Holy
left. in him.
fuck!
He's just.
I did not find the perfect one, but that's the best one I got.
Wow.
That hasn't already been used.
So we're heading south to get the fuck away from him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. The death child of Canada.
That should be Bree. Holy
It's
shit.
adorable.
I see
The
only
kid.
darkness now. Like
That kid does shit with orcs.
You'll be nice to my son.
fate is whimsical.
Bree is not obliged to be nice.
How old were you again? I am 10.
It does not look like a demon,
I think he
goddamn.
was like 5, though. Like 6.
All right, let's get on the road.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, fuck.
That's
Demon
Caladan's
children.
great experience with demon kids, so.
Yeah, we collect
Sure.
in a way.
We already had one, so now we got two.
One more can't hurt, right?
No. It's a new family motto.
Oh no,
One
it definitely can.
New family motto. One more can't hurt.
Or we could not get on the road. I guess there's that too.
New
Yeah, we'll
road!
just stay and, you know.
Lead us, Jonas.
Usual- Yes,
You're right, Long. You have certainly been here before.
Mhm.
On this very road, going to this very place. So,
Flashbacks.
you know, that time it was a bit bigger host, so to speak. But yeah, the route here takes you basically to the beginning of the Princess Pass, and then down the runway. And this does take about a few more days, longer than you've already traveled. About as long, really. The road is pretty good here in the Princess Pass, especially compared to the Bone Way. This one actually is like cleaned up, and someone put like some cobblestones down and stuff. Bone Way is like full of debris and such. This one isn't. Karen apparently keeps things nicer than Will did. For whatever reason.
Well, go figure. Will was a bunch of assholes.
Are.
No, or
But yeah, you travel down the Princess Pass. It gets unpleasantly hot. Not as hot as the Bone Way. The Princess Pass is significantly more sort of windy. And that also blows some cool air along, rather than just the Bone Way, which is like smoldering heat.
Does the winter have anything to do with it as well?
Probably, yeah. It would probably be much worse. But right now you can even ride in your armor. Like at day it gets a little hot on the during the Princess Pass, but not really that much. The high cliffs that are here kind of shadow a lot of the road, and you can sort of get by. It's not actually too bad. Like expecting it to be the Bone Way, it's definitely not as bad. If you ever had to travel down, this would be the road. Another reason the Bone Way doesn't see much travel, it's a much more inconvenient spot. It's much longer to actually get to Doran, and it's just so much worse in every way than the road of the Princess Pass. So only like Bree and Alaric actually know that this is the fact. The otherwise, you haven't really traveled the Bone Way. As you continue on, day after day, you do eventually get to the place called the Tower of Joy. You've been here before, and you go in there. It's quiet. Doesn't seem like anyone's really here. It's slightly ruined. Still has a roof though. You know that there's a well like in the bottom that you can go and have fresh water from. Allegedly, there's also been stashed food around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It feels very peaceful when you go in there. You can't really hear the wind easily.
So yeah, the question is then how much food and supplies we want? I suggested medium, but Grimmeth, you suggested
well,
heavy.
There's also the thought that well, we can take light up into like the pathways with us, because if they have guards overlooking this way, like raiders who'd come sweeping down, we kill them and take their stuff, and then proceed from there, and maybe that'll bump us up the medium, and then we proceed along. I just like, if there's a possible fight from the raiders like right outside this tower, a short distance away, I don't want to take all the food with us. I'd rather just like fit up with light, and if they don't have the stuff, then all right, hold on, we'll go back to the tower and load up and then leave.
So a cursory scout of the immediate area, basically.
I would rather take medium and then stash the food if you find any.
Put up like our own. Did you bring spears with skulls?
We just don't have to do an exact same
We'll
thing.
make
They
them.
have spears.
I guess
They
they'll
have a
provide.
supply
I
of
guess they'll
skulls.
provide the spears and skulls, huh?
Exactly.
That's rather brutal.
You have brought more.
Bree, could you
More
clean
material-
this head for tomorrow?
More material for my dark edifice.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Even your dark persona is showing again.
All right, so well, that's possibly something that the Dornishmen who are familiar with this area could do. Maybe take a pokesy around and see if you can find these mythical raiders.
Kyvan can definitely take a pokesy around.
Around the tower, or
Well, the area leading up from the tower.
I mean, there's basically in the basement there's a tunnel that goes up to some areas where you would then exit and then you would walk around. Yeah,
Okay.
you could certainly sort of run up there and go looking around.
Yeah, he would creep up there and take an immediate, while the rest of the party sort of resting up and taking their supplies and like drinking water and resting and stuff. He would spend an hour or two in the immediate area scouting around, see if he can find anything, any signs of people around or actual people around.
Sure. As he moves up there, could you do me a awareness notice?
Yes, I can. It's something here.
With your Usmok ochre tangle eyes.
It's not
Not
not amazing, but it's not bad. I'll say that.
Well, you have to like downgrade yourself from Decim.
Yeah, that's the thing because that's
Right.
so
Yeah,
high.
you see there are barely disguised tracks here. Yeah, people have definitely been around this area, though not really entered this passageway recently.
Then he would, after a few hours, he would return back and say that yes, people have been through here. Not recently, several days ago, at the earliest. There's no one in the immediate vicinity. And probably a few days out.
Wonderful. Or at least have a
All
day
right.
of not being attacked.
I guess we can go with medium.
Okay,
Medium
Right.
is then.
medium load. 10 days, you said?
and water.
Rock slide day one while we're loaded down.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, I imagine it. Would it be primarily water that we bring, or are we actually going to
Primarily water, yes. There's some food in there, but basically you're on iron rations, right? You're on the ration level where soldiers would grumble and be angry about it, because you just need so much water
Oh, this is worse than peasant food.
with you. Yeah,
Oh,
it is
no.
like bland, hard bread
I know.
that you put in your mouth, then you drink a little bit of water and sort of soften it up in there. You swallow it, and it's not enjoyable at all.
Bree is having some momentary doubts to challenge her devotion. Like, maybe I'm gonna stay home,
Those cakes.
Maybe
No,
I
like, there
don't
was
need to
that.
kill the Wills after all. I mean,
They're already dead. I mean, they'll come to us and they'll die at the
And
castle.
then we hear sort of the ghostly voice of Ashra, like, it's not worth it. As he sees him sit there with like two beautiful women, one in each hand, like one of them holding his food, the other one holding his wine.
Oh,
You know.
oh, I could have been holding something else.
Well, they have two
Well, they've got
hands.
two. Yeah.
I need 2 hands.
One for me.
He winks to Elric, and then Elric shakes his head like, "Oh,
Oh, what am I saying? Oh.
why do I keep having these flashes?"
Ashra flashes.
Extra flash.
The tower is, however, a nice sort of cool temperature. It seems to be incredibly well made at the time it was made, because it somehow manages to sort of be just that right temperature to make you feel kind of drowsy and comfortable. The air in here is kind of humid, but not too much, just enough that your skin sort of feels healthy, moist, nice, soft, and it is really with heavy hearts that you actually go scouting and such. It's perhaps going to be a nice place to rest up now for a day before continuing on. Strangely homely feeling around it. Like all the world's sort of, the dangers and worries are just kind of gone when you're hanging out here.
So, Rin, was it?
Water.
Ren suddenly kind of stops whatever he was doing and looks up.
Tell me about the Tower of Joy. You've been here before.
We have, though it was under less. Oh, this is not even pleasant circumstances. We were here in a battle, to be precise. We cleared out people holding it.
Tower of Joy? A peculiar name, don't you think, Rin?
Yes, my lady.
Seems strange that a Tower of Joy would have such a history of heat and death, yet have this homely quality to it, yes?
Yes, it's odd.
Tower of confused past, of mixed histories.
Very much so.
Hmm.
Ren seemed definitely a little bit nervous.
From
Yeah.
above, a red leaf falls down to the ground. As you look up, you see a sort of an old, gnarled, white tree hanging from sort of a cliff edge where it seems it has been sliding down for years, sort of holding on slightly with its roots. There's an ugly, sort of gnarled patch on it with what looks almost like a face with like red sap flowing out of mouth and eyes.
Bree looks down and actually leans down to pick up the leaf. Trees growing along the mountains. Is this a common thing?
No, not at all.
No, I haven't seen it too much around while traveling this area. What's the
Perhaps
name?
not the Tower of Joy, but the Tower of Life.
Ren stared blankly for a second. Perhaps.
And death.
Also, perhaps.
Very good. And Bree will reach over, pat Rin lightly on his right cheek with her hand, and walk away from him.
Ren will immediately, as you kind of walk away, switch to a look of absolute confusion. What the hell was that about?
Kevin winks at him. A noble lady just patted you on the cheek, brother. That's certainly a sign of favor. He winks again, smiling to himself as he, looks over his gear.
Looks over to Kyvan and just grimaces.
Kevin looks up on the tree as well. Sort of,
Bree calls out, and before we leave, when the sun sets, this tower will seem as if it is wreathed in flame.
You hear in the distance Alaric shout wreathed in flame. He remembers like the pattern of the.
Kevin is like, God damn it.
Echoes.
His whole
It echoes through.
starts like,
Flames, flames.
Alaric,
Varyn
Please.
just smiles and nods.
please try to keep your voice down, please.
It's like, yes, that.
You still have that phobia of fire?
Yeah.
Fire, flames.
That's actually why I brought that up.
Ren has there is that slight nervousness that he can't quite hide, even though he wants to.
Wait, is that their motto? Oh fuck, their house emblem does have. Oh no.
Why?
Too late now.
It's good to be on the side of the people with the flaming swords, right?
Yes.
Alright, so gird our loins and prepare to travel out at night? After a
Would be
rest?
the idea. And the atmosphere of this place certainly makes it easy to rest. It hasn't really been easy trying to get used to traveling at night or sleeping during the bright day. It's like too hot to sleep and it's just very uncomfortable. But this place is just perfect for it, really. Maybe the Dornishmen who are here can now understand why the sort of vultures they attacked here were so ill-prepared for an attack. Maybe they simply forgot what they were doing here. Sort of odd dulling on the mind. Air conditioning, indeed. Yeah. Regardless if you really try to keep a watch tonight, which I imagine you do, or today, I suppose, each of you will fall asleep in this place. And each of you will have, well, somewhat at least, we'll get a little bit of a document for
Uh-oh.
a strange experience while resting in this
Blood Raven, damn it.
wonderful place.
We're gonna have Alaric running away again, like, oh god!
Now
The
you
gods of
see
Twits and
here,
wine.
I've lived in all manners of heat. Let me tell you, I don't have these documents.
Maybe it is the heat doing it.
Don't you find strange documents when you wake up every morning, Grimmeth?
Actually, now that you mention it, no.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'm looking forward to springing up the story of tell Varyn one day, big bastard. Just so you know, Shadowcat eyes glow in the dark. Wait, what? Where'd that come from? Why are you telling me that?
How do you know?
I have seen things.
There we go. You read that at your own leisure, the word suggest now.
I need to quick go to the toilet, but
Fell asleep for this? Fuck this Tower of Joy shit.
Fuck that shit. Oh my god. Ah. Well, that's Alaric never sleeping again.
My god. Then how could you?
That was rather pleasant.
These dreams are the same kind that some of your characters have had before. They feel strangely real while they're happening, and they remain crystal clear when you awake. At least the parts you do remember of them remain crystal clear.
Has Varyn has these kind of dreams before?
No, probably not.
Yeah, he will be a bit perplexed then.
Maybe it's the heat.
Yeah.
Bree had forgotten about like Bloodraven descending from the fog, to like whenever they were traveling westward, and now it's like after she wakes up, her eyes flit around nervously, like expecting it to happen.
Kevin will sit up at one point during early morning, look very confused around, and sort of huddle in on himself, clutching his gear, and then just staring out and nothing. Maybe a few glances towards Ren, and frowning.
It is like, the place doesn't really have the sound of the wind, but almost inaudibly, like certain whispers, or maybe laughter, or maybe cries, sort of seem to be around you in this place.
I don't like this place.
Again, so cool.
When Ren wakes up, it will be quite a sudden waking up. You're going to jolt to wake a little bit, blinks, looks around, realizes where he is. Immediately, his head kind of turns to look to find Kevin, sees him.
And he will look back, frowning at him.
Morning.
Bad dreams, brother?
A bit, but nothing important.
Nods. Me too. There's something off with this place. I don't know. Do you hear that? It's like
Calm your nerves.
Take a deep breath. Yes. A bad dream only.
We've got quite the big thing ahead of us.
Nods.
You're just a little nervous. It'll be fine.
I took a look around. There shouldn't be anything for a few days at least, but I haven't gotten that deep into the mountains before.
Well, just keep your eyes sharp, as they always are.
I have a bit of a sense for danger, I have been told. I hope it won't let me down.
I hope not as well.
You got your supplies with you in case one of the nobles get hurt?
Yep, I've got more. I've got more than enough to treat most wounds, even snake bites. Yes, I know.
They say she flayed them with her bare hands. I wonder how one does that.
I almost don't want to know. He can't like you notice his hat. You notice his left hand kind of move towards the cheeks, and then just stop.
Looks over to Bree, sees the gauntlets that Desmond gave her, perhaps laying close by. Those jagged edges and stuff. It's like, frowns to himself.
You got enough arrows?
Yes, this should last me. I'm not equipped to engage an army, but I'm counting on recovering some of these. Looks over his quivers. It should be enough to put a few Dornish raiders into their graves, I think.
At least they probably don't have much metal armor. You shouldn't ruin their heads too much.
And whatever we kill, I can always scavenge more.
Damn it, phone.
That's the sound of Sir Alaric waking up. As his eyes flutter and starlight fly from them.
Or he generally wakes up screaming.
He does?
Oh.
He's haunted. Trait.
Well, Kevin will startle again, like, ugh!
Yeah?
Sir Alaric, please!
Alaric just looks over and he frowns greatly and says, "Nightmares."
Nods.
Ren eyes, Kevin.
I see. Well, Same here. He smiles nervously.
Vern looks very concerned now. He was a bit distant at first, but now it's just has a very concerned look on his face.
Alaric looks to them and says, when you're at the precipice of death, all around you is burning, that it haunts you for many, many months. He gets up and starts putting on the bits of armor he took off himself.
Ren clearly gets a bit of thought to what you just said. Going to deep thought himself, thinking about something. Waiting for everyone to get themselves ready. He had very little to pack or get ready to kind of put on, being so lightly armored.
And then we got ready.
Then you got ready. Right? You took a medium amount.
There yet?
So as you basically leave, those of you who saw the tree with the strange face on it, like, as you remember it at least, the tree wasn't looking that much in the direction of the door into the room where you were sleeping last night. But certainly seems like the face is turning that way now, though maybe you're just remembering it wrong. Sort of an eerie feeling anyway. But that is quickly left behind as you make your way up through the tunnel up until the sort of bit of a plateau up there. The mountains. Sort of jagged edges as far as the eye can see towards you. The sun is just going down. As you stand here, watching the desolate landscape.
Well, let's plunge into the hellscape, shall we?
Sure. You wish to sort of go straight in, going to the most difficult areas of the mountains?
When you say it that way.
We'll start heading in that general direction. It is part of the plan. We don't really know the terrain, so I imagine we will take it fairly slow and secure in a way, trying to find our way in there. Kevin will be leading the group. I think at least he has night eyes, which means he sees perfectly well in dim lighting.
And your best at survival.
And he is also the best in survival and tracking and stuff like that.
But Alaric would have to trust him.
Yes.
Do you plan to use light, like a torch, for example?
Kevin would say no, but
how easy would it be for us to say if Kevin said watch out for that ravine bit there?
Depends. Some nights there are going to be some moonlight. Some nights it's going to be just pitch black. On a pitch black night, you're going to be basically able to say, well, you've no idea really about anything. Like even in darkness, you would be able to see vague shapes because there's still like stars and such. But like on a moonlit night, you'll probably be okay.
Okay, so I'm hearing on moonlit nights.
Basically, it's how difficult the check is going to be.
Okay. So I'm seeing on moonlit nights, we'll trust Kevin. On nights where there is no moon to illuminate it, then we use torches and such.
Like, we can
Right.
trust Kevin, but if he suddenly screams out, "Rock slide!" all of us can't dodge or move that well, courtesy of the fact that it's all fucking dark for us.
Yeah, we're
Shadowcat! And he throws himself down. It's black.
Yeah, there's also the predators that are spooked a bit by fire, as we were told, that won't be spooked due to a lack of fire.
Yeah.
They generally like to, at least the Dornish know, that the Shadowcats generally hunt groups by waiting until someone's like a little away from the group or in the back or near a cliff or something where they can sort of knock them over and then just jump away. And then they can sort of devour the corpse going down there. They're very good at climbing. They're not afraid of attacking groups, basically. They'll knock one of you over or something like that. They won't actually stand and fight.
Let's form a conga line and walk through the mountains.
Bree, for her part, wants to use light. That is the 12-year-old girl's input on the matter.
I don't want to be helpless. Thank you.
I can definitely see there being more pros than cons to using light.
Sure.
And if you get shoved by archers, if you're still alive, you can throw the light away.
Yeah.
Kevin frowns.
Kevin could be the one who doesn't carry the light. We have the blazing beacon of House Caladan, Sir Alaric, you know.
Yeah, that's certainly very visible in the middle of the night, but Kevin will be a bit of a vanguard.
They'll be so distracted by, like, what fool is creating that light that they won't notice you?
I mean, all attention on Sir Alaric, certainly.
So light, yes. Alaric carrying a torch, or?
Yeah.
And
right.
Bree typically has her hands free, so she can carry a torch.
Alright.
Oh. Makes the night sort of strange, as you can see, sort of not as far now, more like a little bubble of your own light. The long shadows falling upon everything, making it seem like there are things that move, but there isn't. Not most of the time anyway, probably. Mm-hmm. But you certainly have a much easier time getting through here without like tripping or falling down something. So could I get like an agility test from each of you? See how well you do this traveling into the...
Would any specialties apply to this?
Well... Do you have one you think would be applicable to mountain climbing?
Well, for balance and stuff, so would acrobatics be fair?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Alright, so a flaw is a -1, right?
Is a penalty die.
It's a penalty die.
Yeah.
You die. You drop the lower die.
Now, don't also forget to factor in your armor penalty as well.
That's true. Your armor penalty applies.
Thankfully, rolling...
Alaric.
So I can't move, basically.
All right.
Clang, clang.
Thankfully, I rolled 2 6s, so...
That's terrible.
Huh.
Bye, Baron. Why are you with us in this expedition again?
I can't move at all, basically.
All right.
No,
would
you
you then
move.
do me
You move.
an athletics check then?
Alright, sure. Any modifiers?
You can use strength if you have that. I might do.
That's good.
You save yourself from falling off the
Ah,
mountain.
I need to use the launcher. I'll be right back.
I can.
No, too many dice. Nope.
No, exactly.
I can roll for you for now while you're doing that. How many?
Yeah, sure, you can do
dice?
that. 3 strength dice and 4 athletics.
Okay.
4-3.
17.
I'll then ask you, what are you holding when you're walking around the mountains like this?
Probably. Let's see. Probably not gonna have the like. Although I actually need to like carry both my tower shield and my polearm because I can't really put those anywhere. I guess I could have the tower shield on my back, but.
Well, the problem is that you'd also like want to have your hands free in case you need to climb something,
Yeah,
right?
I'm probably gonna have the tower shield on my back and then like have the polearm to like poke in front of me to see what's ahead.
All right. Well, turns out that as you walk here, there are some loose rocks, and Varen, being clumsy as he is, falls and begins to basically slide towards a ravine and lose things. It's sort of just an incline, really. Probably someone turning and calling out to him. And he basically tries to grab something, and it doesn't really work. And then he does grab something, and he does manage to hold on. But, like, his sort of stomach region is just, like, a little messed up from scraping across all this rock and stone getting splintered in there. And he has gained an injury from that little occurrence.
Alright. I also realized I did that wrong, but fine. I
Luckily, did have a hand free to grab onto. So. Luckily, this is not the worst part of the mountains, so it probably could be worse.
Yeah.
Others can help him up.
Yeah. So I should have added my armor penalty to the thing, because I added my bulk instead.
So your agility test would have been even worse, which is...
It can't be worse.
No, my armor penalty is -3 and then +6 for the tower shield, but I don't think that applies.
No, the +6 doesn't apply.
No, so it should have been a -3 instead of a -5. So that should have been a 0 instead.
That doesn't really make a difference.
No.
It's still not a degree. And you do have light, which makes it a lot easier to not step on shit. That's bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought your pole arm was going to heaven, Goger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would have been
that.
very, very sad.
But luckily, you have a lot of secondary weapons with you.
So whenever that sound happens, like, Bree immediately fucking thinks it's like a rock slide, and her body's like tense.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same amount of noise, probably.
It's just a cousin slide.
If you had fallen
That's
down
so
to the bottom of a ravine, perhaps there would have been perhaps all of you and the top of this place would have followed.
Feel like a liability.
Yes,
Contents.
I agree with that. A guilt check.
Yep.
Bree, like, gives a panic look, expecting more rocks to go. And they don't. Big bastard? She, like, tentatively calls down.
I'll be fine. Just to
You
shoot back up here. I ruined my armor.
Are you hurt?
Well, it wasn't much to begin with.
It's decent. I got some minor scrapes, but I should be fine in the long run.
Would you want me to check over them?
Shouldn't we keep moving while
Yeah.
it's still night?
Yes.
When we make camp, if you would be so kind.
Ren nods. We'll move back up. Continue going.
It is worth saying also that we're going to do these rolls each, like, couple of days of travel, because otherwise it gets ridiculous. So this also represents like what happens during most of the time. Things are okay for now, and these will sort of represent a larger.
Right, but with his whopping
Things
result of
happen.
0,
Yes, he
Bear is
certainly
like, the fuck are
was
these
not okay.
mountains? Like, I should have stayed in Mir, son of a
This is
bitch.
not a city,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So I imagine Kevin being the tracker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is kind of imperative at night or at day to find shelter, and that's not really that easy in this place. So maybe you try to find shelter. I'd allow probably survival or even just being able to spot things well, awareness if you want.
Let's see. Survival. They are the same for me, so that'll be fine. I have a bonus die in tracking, but this is not really tracking. I don't know what this would be.
Would a survival
no.
check be easier than an awareness check, Medical?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna
Yes,
go
it's
for
true in
a
this
survival.
place. Oh
Okay.
yeah. You can manage to find shelters for you in this time, not having to sleep under the open sun. And these are good shelters too, covering you
Wonderful.
over. like rock outcroppings and such that are large enough for you to rest on. Them might still be stable enough to not really topple over just because you lay down. So it's a nice thing.
Huddle in the shade, slight
All
sips
right.
of water.
And then, of course, I have to know if you managed, or if you want to treat Varen's injury, or if you think he can be fine. Like, if you slow down at all for him, or this would be hard physical activity, mountain climbing.
Bree would argue don't slow down for him. Like, he's...
Yeah, I totally agree.
It takes an hour.
I will say that he will be fine. He is arrogant after all.
Okay. Yeah,
Right,
ran it
then
off.
you-
There you go.
I mean, it's only
then
a
you get
12
to-
on an injury.
We can't stop for days every time. Big
You don't-
big
you don't-
bastard
you don't-
trips. I mean,
You don't stop for days. You just stop for an hour or so.
Nope.
You know,
So you can
I'm
certainly
not
do
used to
your
this.
endurance
I
test
mountain
with the
climbers.
injury of -1 modifier.
go big bastard.
Yeah,
So
stamina
5
bonus
and
dice goes up.
-1.
If you have stamina bonus dice, that helps. Too.
I don't.
Okay.
It's 5 dice -1 then, right?
Your difficulty would be 12, because this certainly counts as hard physical activity.
You recover. You recover from your, and yes, it does. You recover from your injury during the days of travel here.
Right. Nice.
It wasn't that bad, and you can tough it out basically. Even though
You're
it hurts. Like,
Just grunt at it and it disappears.
I'm a murderer.
a wound would certainly be worse to sustain in here.
He's been through worse, some minor scrapes.
I can see that.
It's blatantly obvious.
Yep.
Okay, so the first day passed with some incident.
The first couple of days.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And you haven't slowed down at all so far, so that's great.
That's great.
With your medium
Time
load.
to fall again.
Yes, because you are, however, going to look for some trouble, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
You are trying to find the people who might be patrolling the edges here, and for that, let's have a tracking to see how well you actually. They're not really trying to hide their track a whole lot, but maybe they'll surprise you. They won't, as it turns out.
Woo!
But you won't really get to ambush them either. But you certainly do find them. Tracks of their camp. It moved a little further north, seemingly. You managed to follow them, track them. You didn't hear the large howl from one of you. Yeah.
All right. Well, we have dark deeds to do, and they have a blood debt to us. So
Let's collect some bird skulls.
They have a blood to give, and what did the vultures do to you?
it was a dark and stormy night.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
You're not in the Stormlands.
See? I thought you were the honest one.
It's a good story, though. I tried. I can't lie like you, brother.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See?
Such lies.
So neither of us surprised the other, and Kievan learned of this encampment. God, we're on Mars, aren't we?
Could look like it.
Over.
Wait, is there an atmosphere?
Good
Barely. Yeah. Make it dark, I suppose. But yeah, basically, they have heard your approach, and they don't seem to try to flee. More so, they're probably interested in who the hell you are, coming this way. Though as you do like walk up the hill with your light and whatnot,
I'm not in the light.
these guys actually do carry one as well.
Look at those friendly.
I remember you.
You.
You should remember these people.
I remember those two arseholes as well.
There,
Like,
there goes.
Ivan's hiding at the back.
Yes.
As you basically walk up like this incline, find them watching you for your fire.
Get 'em, boys.
Knight stepping forward slightly. Is it just directly to initiative here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Sure.
I would let loose. I would let an arrow fly as soon as I can here.
Right.
That was agility, I do believe.
Agility with quickness
Like-
up to quickness.
Maybe we could pretend that we're the new recruits. I say it's like Alaric standing right there. Yeah.
And I have danger sense, which means that I re-roll any ones
Yes, you
of
have one.
this. I have one of that, and it will be a 6, so 5 extra, 21.
I got 21 as well. So you go before me.
I was going to say before you guys rolled all of that, that Alaric would use his warfare tactics to give you all bonus die to your initiatives.
My God.
So I just need to
Gonna
check
roll
what the
tactics
DC
then?
was.
I'll remember that for next time, I guess.
Well, you can still do re-rolls of other dice.
I don't think I need higher.
Yeah, in my case, unless I roll a 6, I can't get higher because I got
I
5,
did higher.
6, 6. I got 5, 6, 5, 5.
Alright, so I've just got to beat 9 here. So 2
Okay.
degrees, so that's 2 bonus die.
Should I just
No 6s, no
roll it
6s.
then?
Okay, still 21.
And then I
I
go
just rolled-
last.
Did you roll?
So-
Yeah, so you could roll. You can go ahead and roll 2 dice for yourself. Or have you rolled quickness?
I have, but should I re-roll it with the bonus dice or?
You can just roll 2 dice and see if they're higher than the one. What
Yeah.
the one 3? Actually, just your case, just a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Are either of them higher than 3?
Just
4.
if you can
You go-
set your
Take us
initiative when
4,
you have
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so now your initiative is 4. It went up by 1.
Not bad today, Bree. Doing God's work. Getting all these good rolls out of the way for trying to punch people, then I'll fail.
I need some more agility. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, you do also have like a penalty die in it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You're never gonna be that quick.
Did you
No,
remember
but
your penalty
I could
die?
be a bit quicker. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I rolled
And the
3
armor
and
penalty too, and yeah, it's great.
Great is certainly a word to use. All right. Kaivan has been in these situations before. He knows what is fucking dangerous here, and he will go for people with bows because they are mean. He knows this.
Because he's mean and they'll shoot you.
Yeah, they will shoot me back, so that's bad. I am out in the dark, so that's good. So a bit of a protection there, maybe. But yeah, we'll shoot. We'll shoot Dornish Ambusher, because I do believe they have bows, yes?
Yes, they do.
Okay, we'll go for Dornish Ambusher.
They have hunting bows. Not fancy enough to have the good kind.
So let's see here. Aiming, was that something I could do and attack?
Yes.
And is that a...
Yes, that's an
Unless
advanced
action.
thing.
It's a less
Ah.
action to aim, it'll grant you a bonus die.
All right, let's aim.
It's all the fancy new combat stuff we're
Woo, fancy. I love fancy new things.
I like fancy
Hmm.
too.
Everyone likes fancy.
So,
All right, fire. 20 on Dornish Ambusher.
oh yes, that is 3 degrees.
3 degrees, which would be a 21 damage to him.
Oh, that okay. You can describe how he dies.
All right, well, Kevin is fast. If something anyone has picked up so far, he's very fast and very nimble. So when they creep up, like out from the shadows, you'll see his silhouette, like the full draw of the double recurve bow he has, and just let loose an arrow that flies very true and hits the target just straight through the throat, and he falls down in a gurgling sound.
I'm not sure what's weirder, Jonas attacking people in combat or an archer like on our team. Like,
Is it that? Is
You
it
have
wonderful?
one. Oh,
Wonderful.
use their weapons against them.
I'm so happy I can be in a fight.
I imagine so, Halldamir, seeing as how they didn't surprise us and we didn't surprise them, and we saw
Yeah.
their light
You
because they
both
have a
had
light.
light, so you kind of knew that something was going to happen. And now they certainly know that you're not like going to hit talk. Also, you have like a big knight with armor. That's not.
2 of them.
They don't have that heavy armor, even if he does have metal armor. It's just like mail.
Ren is going to go ahead and move up, but as part of it, I will test my acrobatics to try and increase my move speed for this, which is a DC of 12 and one extra yard of movement per degree of success.
Is that just a thing you can do with acrobatics?
It's agility acrobatics. It's part of the lesser action to move. It's a formidable 12 difficulty. Increase your movement by 1 yard plus 1 yard per degree. That's on page 56 of the core rulebook, top right corner.
All right, go for it.
And that is 2 degrees of success, so my movement speed is 6 instead of 4.
Sure.
As I will. Yes, as well, Ren moves up. Well, kind of moving very quickly, kind of using the natural kind of curves of the terrain, kind of just launch himself forward.
Bree's having like flashbacks to that fucking Tarly that she grabbed out of the air, like
the dagger in one hand and the unusual blade in the other, kind of almost seemingly making a taunting kind of motion, as stands there and readies himself with acrobatic defense.
Uh-huh.
His stance, just with the blade before him and the dagger behind his back, waiting.
Maybe even a bit familiar to Bree, especially since she has seen water dancing before.
Yes, there are definitely similarities, though it's not.
Bree takes a free action to basically get her mind go, what the fuck?
That's Nima's fighting style.
There's more of them?
Is Nima teaching them? Is that where she's gone? What?
There is no water dancing in it. Not that refined.
Yeah, this guy.
I will murder him.
You can do that later.
What is your combat defense now, Dark? We don't have ownership over your token or Jonas' token.
Oh, you don't. I will unlock ownership.
So we cannot see
currently,
the statistics.
it's the highest one on the list.
Okie dokie.
Cautiously move up with his spear here. Let's see. Should just kind of put you within his range.
Yes, that much range.
Oh, yes, the advanced reach rules, folks.
The spear has 3 range.
Alright.
Such spear.
As he moves up to attack with his spear.
This combat's gonna look so weird with these fucking reach rules.
Three is pretty far. That's
It is pretty far. It's the spear, the boar spear, the pike, and the tawny lance that gets up there.
Pike is fucking ridiculous.
And a whip, I suppose.
Yeah,
pike is ridiculous.
Yeah, that missed my base combat defense.
Yeah. All right, well, that's a miss then. Ray.
Since this doesn't permanently move my initiative, I think I'm going to exercise this option for a first time. I'll just wait. Delay. And take back sometime later in the round. I just can't interrupt someone else's turn.
We have this one. He's just gonna run up here. Be there. This guy, well...
He's actually alive with that look. Look at him. That's the most haggard man.
Darkness over there, and there's like a coin guy there. He's being handled though, and he's learned one thing: it is shoot the big armored people that people don't want to be melee with. So he looks to Elric and to Varen. Elric's the most armored, so Varen's gonna get this one.
Oh, shit. Well,
this one's for you, buddy.
Welcome to the wonderful.
It's okay.
world
You'll
of
just
archery.
sprint past everyone and fucking like skull fuck them, right?
indeed, I will.
Oh, 1 degree of success.
1 degree, yeah.
All right. 1 degree will deal you 4 points of damage.
Right.
Which does not bypass your armor rating, Goger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So he just sort of hits and says "Fring," and like clanks off of the mail.
Just catch it in your hand and break the arrow.
Curses slightly.
Weak. Stop forward.
No, not that overblown.
Oh.
Sadly.
Swing a sword and a shockwave and shoots out.
So I'll move here
Yeah,
and
parry
ready
with
his ready to stab someone trying to move closer.
Sure.
There's this guy. Well, there's that dude over there. But yeah, well, he's the heavy armored person, so he's gonna go for these people over here. Don't want to get too close though. We're forming a line. Going there and yeah, you know, that's what he's heavy doing.
What's the knight armed with?
Armed with? He's armed with a long sword. No, wait, a spear actually. Yeah,
Okay.
a spear. Spear and a small shield.
All of the spears.
That's the Doni's weapon. This guy also like runs up to form the line.
All right. After Vulture 2 takes his turn, then that's when I'll take my turn for this round.
All right, go for it.
Bree, with her, quickness and whatever, decides, just wait here for a moment. And they build their fucking wall, their line. And Bree's like, okay, the ambusher didn't go after me. Great, it's my turn. And Bree will, let me see here. Yep, that's what it will be. She will charge. She will charge this opponent. That is twice her movement away.
All right.
And I don't think the guy who's set for a charge can reach the 6 or so yards.
He can't.
All right. As it's been so long since I rolled dice for like a combat thing. It's so crazy.
Expect that to happen a bit here.
Fuck him up, Bree.
I know. Well, you'll see. As Bree's like gauntleted hands extend, and she like she lets go of the torch and like rolls and like midway, and she rushes into the middle there, heading for that vulture. She remembers these vultures. Like they picked at her a great deal, and Alaric too.
Yeah, the scrub tier of this place.
As a result of 23.
That would be 2 degrees.
Then with the +2 damage, that's a total of 16 points of damage.
Oh, he's fucked. Yeah. All right.
Bree's like been waiting for months for an opportunity to do this, and letting go of the torch, she rushes into the dark. Vulture's like, what the fuck is this? Like, is that a girl? Like goes right to the solar plexus, like his head lowers, and then with a solid blow from her leg, pretty much easily snaps his neck, and the vulture slumps over lifeless. That will be the end of Bree's turn.
Can I free action? Can I free action? Just blink.
Yeah. Mouth open, like.
And so, like, since the torch fell back there, it's like, did I see that? Well, Kieran, of course, saw it perfectly.
Yeah, he saw what happened in there. He's like, why the 7?
Now, how do you do a greater action? Is that just your entire turn doing that?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Now, what you can do is you can spend a destiny point to gain another lesser action. So if you say you want to sprint and then use a destiny point to get a lesser action, you can attack after your sprint.
I can't spend a destiny point to move first, can I?
You can spend a destiny point whenever you'd like, even if it's not your turn. Though it's polite to let other people do their stuff before you interrupt them.
Sure. Let's see. I can't like measure out before I move, right?
Sure, you could measure out if you want.
Do your measuring tool if you want.
Like, would I reach here with my 2 reach?
What,
2?
2 reach? Let's see. No.
I think it's 3
That'd
away.
be
Well,
right
you
at the
can
edge.
attack with 3, but then you get a penalty die.
Mhm.
You can attack +1 and -1, but you get penalty die for it.
There's also what I did as well, Goger, which was the charge, which is a greater action. You can move up to double your movement and still make an attack as part of that.
I wanted to do my special attack when I can attack multiple people, basically.
Right. So you would have to spend a destiny point, in order for you to do that special attack.
Yeah, indeed. Which is pretty early, maybe. I could be a bit like just rush the archer over there. I'm probably gonna do that because it's fun. So I will sprint over there. I don't have to roll like a guild.
Where do you sprint?
I sprint like this.
Well, that's a loud sprint. All right.
That is a lot of. I didn't even know something that big could move that fast.
I can move 30.
I know, Bree like look forward to
That's half my sprint.
All right. That's allowed. That's a long sprint.
War being clumsy.
And like
That's
it's
Priest
this
thinking,
weird
like,
waddling.
Oh my god, he's going to fall, and it's
That's
It's
an elephant
just-
charge run.
He's just teetering on the edge all the time, and he's barely keeping control.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna spend a destiny point so I can hit this guy as well.
It's a spectacle, is what it
Yeah.
is.
Destiny point to do a. All right, spend it, and you can do a lesser action.
Just gonna be an attack.
So as he's elephant charging, the weapon's drawn back.
I am destined to strike.
Right, you can describe this because this is like a destiny point spent, right? It's part of what makes you you.
Indeed.
Is that like
Yes.
what's your damage on that? Because you hit with
Depends
4
for every-
degrees.
Yeah, so 40.
Yeah, right. he's soft leather, so totally gonna stop that. He's fucked up, you know.
40.
Yep,
What the
yep.
fuck is with these people?
So basically, he sees this archer trying to take a shot of him. It just glances off his armor, and he can't have that. He has a real dislike for archers. Like they're sneaky bastards who don't have the courage to fight a man up front.
Hey.
And I bet this archer wasn't really expecting him to just rush that fast forward and just plants his poleaxe right on top of his face and just smashes him right into the ground.
He certainly did that like scramble thing where he like tries to get away and like falls slightly and like yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and
have to say like no, and then gets murdered.
just breaks his neck and yeah.
Is this the
everything.
style of fighting he has done when he is a mercenary?
Yeah, basically. Although he's more been in the front lines, just clearing out the frontal parts of the other army, basically. Just
Basically,
sweeping.
just like a built-in rage, like these stupid fucking mountains and stupid fucking Jordan shooting at me.
Mhm.
Alaric has been telling everyone like, watch out for the loose rocks and such.
Yeah, Alaric will charge the Dornish Knight with his great sword. I think that's about to. Oh no, he's a bit further away. But,
It's fine. It's true.
and we'll swing away as she does.
The man who set for a charge has like a single tear roll down his cheek. Like, oh.
Wow, bad roll. for me.
Slumming it up.
All the 3s, all the 2s.
That is 3 degrees.
Okay, that's 30.
These fucking people.
Right.
These fucking people. What is this, Ren? What is this?
Describe him killing him. He basically like raises his shield to intercept your blow, moving his spear back to stab. Then
Yeah, he just swings and it goes through everything. It's awful. Blood everywhere. He goes for the glory
proving
kills.
that men are just like a sack of meat.
Yeah. They're just meat and blood.
Archer.
Well, closing his mouth a little bit. He gathers his wits and.
I mean, these guys are
pulls-
not going to stay here. That's for certain.
No, he pulls his bow back and goes for another one. We'll go for Vulture 3.
He's ready to stab with his spear, though he seems to, be about to not. He wants to leave. Okay, that is 3 degrees.
He like
21
tries to
damage.
hit the arrow. and
21
like the
damage is murdering him.
Yep, another arrow shoots out of the dark, hits him square in the throat again, and he gurgles and falls over.
The guy next to him looks to him.
Ren will move up.
The line has disappeared suddenly,
Mhm.
as quickly as it formed.
And we'll just move straight up towards them.
The guy who was prepared is dead. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but
Going
this
for
guy,
it.
you were starting in his reach. So,
My combat defense is currently 17.
yes, that is more than his passive fighting. I can tell that much.
As he tried probably like stabbing out towards me and almost he seems with very little effort just kind of sliding to the side and pushing it away with the blades. Moving up and do attack. I have to double check what my attack is.